Holy smokes, President Trump just issued a terrifying warning towards Iran as things continue to escalate and heat up between Iran and Israel. Things are getting incredibly tense and very real, and things are honestly changing by the minute. So let's go ahead and jump right in. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe to stay in the know. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. So earlier today, President Trump shared this on Truth Social, saying Iran should have signed the deal I told them to sign. What a shame and waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. And here is President Trump saying the same thing a few days ago. This was like about a week ago now. Check it out.
Could you provide an update on Iran? We're hearing reports that U.S. personnel are being moved out of the region within striking distance.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But they are we've given notice to move out, and we'll see what happens.
Is there anything that can be done to dial the temperature down in the region?
They can't have a nuclear weapon. Very simply. They can't have a nuclear weapon. We're not going to allow that.
So President Trump being extremely firm on this idea of Iran not having any nuclear weapons. And since the warning, check this out. We have some aerial footage of people literally evacuating after President Trump's warning. This is insane. Look at that. Look at that. People evacuating. Traffic completely backed up. I cannot believe this. Wow. That is completely insane. I saw this from Benny Johnson. Also, according to I-24 News and Mario Nafal, the U.S. military is preparing for possible intervention in Israel and Iran war. Check this out. U.S. Secretary of Defense Hegseth has ordered preparations for potential American military involvement in Israel's ongoing operations against Iran. The decision depends on a green light from President Trump. Wow. Check that out. Things are heating up. Also, check this out. President Trump has requested the National Security Council to be prepared in the Situation Room when he returns to D.C. tonight. When I said earlier in the video, like things are changing by the minute, I am dead serious. Also, this comes after he's leaving the Canada G7 summit early. Okay, this is wild. People are speculating heavy things and also incredibly scary things. Also, from the Pentagon, look at this. There's like this really interesting thing that happens that is somewhat entertaining and also incredibly uncomfortable, right? Because apparently whenever something happens to our military and foreign affairs, the Pentagon's surrounding pizza areas start surging, all right, indicating that like crap is about to hit the fan. All right, and you can see it this right now. We the Pizza is surging right now. It is busier than usual, and this is close to the Pentagon. And look at this, District Pizza Palace. Boom. All right, it's busier than usual. It is crazy. And look at this. The Pentagon Pizza report showed Domino's locations experiencing extremely high levels of traffic tonight, historically indicating imminent military action. All right, and apparently this has been reported by CNN and New York Post. So this is really, really shocking stuff. Speaking of Secretary Hegseth, here he is right now with Jesse Waters on Fox News, pretty much breaking the silence as to whether or not President Trump is still aiming for a nuclear deal with the Iranians or if it's too late. Check this out.
So you're going to be in the Situation Room pretty soon with the president. Is he still aiming for a nuclear deal with the Iranians? Of course. The president, as he said today, his position has not changed. What you're watching in real time is peace through strength and America first. Our job is to be strong. We are postured defensively in the region to be strong in pursuit of a peace deal. And we certainly hope that's what happens here. And America first means we're going to defend American personnel and American interests. So when you see jets and you see air defense assets and counter UAS assets, that's because my job as the Secretary of Defense is to ensure that our people are safe and that we're strong so that we can set the conditions for a deal. And President Trump's made it clear it's on the table. The question is whether Iran will take it. So you're going to be.
Wow. I really can't believe this. This is truly shocking. But I will say that in moments like these, I I do feel like I have a lot of trust in President Trump's cabinet, in his secretaries, in his picks, and I'm really curious about what happens in the Situation Room later, and I'm just praying for each of them. I really am. This is unbelievable. Wow. I also have this perspective by Tay Jones because, like, regardless of where you are in this kind of political spectrum, some people are for Israel, against Israel. I don't want to comment on that. But this person is, I believe, an independent, and they were saying that Trump now says everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran, and they're saying so much for no new war, especially because President Trump did kind of tout himself as the peaceful president. But I'd also comment and say that, peace could look so many different ways, right? I'm thinking about in Iron Man, whenever Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Tony Stark, he says that peace means having a bigger stick than the other guy, and pretty much saying that war is unavoidable. And like, I think that's always going to be my perspective. I'm always going to be upset, like, regardless of who is at stake, regardless of what country is at stake. I'm always going to think that this is terrible, regardless of how necessary it is. Like, you could make that argument, sure. I'm still going to think that war is terrible and it sucks, point blank, regardless of who's at war, regardless of what's at stake. It's always going to be sad, and people are always going to get hurt. And I think it's just terrible. So right now, the only thing I want to do is really just pray for everyone who's going to be affected by this, praying for the innocent people in Iran and Israel. And I saw this from Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think it was so beautifully put. She said, pray for our troops, pray for the innocent people in Israel and Iran. Pray that we aren't attacked in our homeland after our border was open for 4 years and millions of people and millions of gotaways came in. War has bad consequences. We voted for America first. So things are constantly changing by the minute, and I just wanted to make this video and get it out there as soon as possible, because I know a lot of people are kind of on the edge of their seats. Maybe their stomach is sinking, and I just want to say that I'm here, I'm with you, and I'm just going to be reporting on this, and hopefully we could do it in a sane type of way. But yeah, let me know what you think about all this. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What are your concerns? How supportive are you of this? And yeah, I'm praying. I really am. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching and listening. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really does mean the world to me. And I'll see you next time. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.